What's going on, Northwest Game Hunter? Hello, Mary. What is going on tonight, guys? I have not done a live stream in a really long time, so I decided I would do one. I actually just got back from a tour at Funko HQ, so it was pretty exciting. Got to see some cool stuff. Rob, what's going on, buddy? That is me, yes. I was having a heck of a night, decided I'm going to try a quick little live stream, see what happens. I got my BAM box. I got a couple other exclusives that popped up, so I thought I would pop on here and talk for a little while. I did actually get my DEET FYE glow in the dark. I haven't looked at the glow yet, so I don't know how well it glows, but I will look at that eventually. Yeah, I got a little tour of the lounge area, so it was really cool. I took some pictures. I'll post some probably on Instagram. There's no signed pop in this BAM box. I think the next one might have one. I did get an autograph in the horror box this month, so which it was a really, really cool autograph. It was the Ed Gale, who plays Chucky in the first and second and Bride of Chucky. He's actually in the Chucky costume when there are like the faraway shots where he's like running through the houses and through the other stuff. So it was pretty cool. And then actually later that night, I had posted on my Instagram about it, and one of the guys I know knows Ed Gale, and so Ed Gale like got into the chat with us and was talking back and forth. So it was pretty freaking cool. So yes, Deets does double as a pop and mosquito repellent. That is true. But yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I have not watched all of the show. I have watched a few of the episodes. It brings me right back to childhood. So that was pretty exciting. Yeah, Funkos with Chris. It was probably my favorite autograph that I have gotten out of the BAM box. So there was a couple. The last couple were from the DC movie Shazam, and so that was kind of cool. But this one was definitely something that brought me back to childhood. So that was kind of cool. I also just got today my Funko Shop exclusive. I wasn't able to pick it up at HQ, so this is last week's. I did get the Nessie today, but that one doesn't come for a little while. So, but we got the sugar corn pops. I'm trying to get used to this new StreamYard program, so everything's kind of backwards for me. So I got to get used to that. But I am going to take this out because I want to see what it looks like. And he is really, really heavy. If you guys haven't got him yet or didn't actually order him, he is one of the heavier pops. So, and he actually comes in like a clamshell case. So, and he is super heavy, but he even has a little stand to go with. So there he is. I think it's funny. He's so big, but he's got these little legs. So you got to put his stand on him. So there we go. Oh yeah, I can't. A lot of people were getting theirs today, so I was pretty excited. I did see a couple at HQ yesterday. There's only like two or three, but all the boxes are pretty well beat up. So I think it was just the ones that people didn't want. I did also actually from one of the other collectors around here. He was the one that, if you guys watch the other videos, he gave me a bunch of wrestling pins. So I've been really busy with work, and I actually totally forgot the date for the uh, Funko Field pin night. And so I was like, oh, missed out on it. But my buddy Adam actually said, hey, I've got an extra one. So he was able to give me the Funko Field pin. So that was really cool. It is a pretty big pin, too. So, but pretty excited for next season. They said there's a lot of cool stuff coming. They had to kind of throw everything in quick for this one. So for this season, so next year they said they've got a lot of big plans for the Funko Field. So we'll probably see some more pops and stuff. Hey, Larry, what's going on, buddy? Going to HU tomorrow and hope to get Nessie. I went in there today and they didn't have any. I was hoping to get one so I could do a video, but they were out. Sometimes they'll throw a couple out there randomly. So, but they did have a few little things here and there. Nothing too crazy, but it was pretty fun, going there and getting to see the lounge area with all the purple everywhere. I will post some pictures on Instagram later. I was just so excited for the whole thing, and coming back, it was kind of like I wanted to get on and do a live stream. I can't talk a whole lot about what all the details were of how I got the tour and all that stuff, but it was really cool to get to go down and see the area, and it's it's really cool. I mean, it looks like a nightclub / bowling alley, but it was really fun. I did post one thing that I was given, and that is this guy right here. Sorry, I bumped the camera. So, if you guys have ever been to Funko, they have a Build a Funko area, and in that area they have a bunch of tubes, and in those tubes are these little proto characters. They're really not anything special, but they don't really give them out. So it was really cool to get one. Liz, the manager there, gave it to us. If you follow me on Instagram, you'd see I posted a picture of all of us with it's just pictures of our hands basically, and we all got a different color. So I picked green, kind of go with the Seahawks color a little bit, not quite, but close enough. So I thought it looked really cool. So. I am still keeping my eyes open for the Leo at HQ, Rob. I know that you're looking for that one, so I've definitely been keeping my eye on out for it, and I have not seen it. They have a very limited supply of the whatever the zodiac signs, Freddy's. Seems like the ones that people don't really like, I guess. So I kind of did the video to unbox my band box I just got today. So this is the pop culture box. They are doing them in like the brown boxes and stuff like that, but I got my unboxing knife here. So let's see what we have inside. I did actually watch a video because I didn't know when I was getting mine, and you never know with these. Sometimes they're really late. So David, what is going on, sir? I am doing good. So it's gonna be a little weird unboxing it this way, but got black paper. So I will save the autograph for last. I did see this little notice in one of them. It's basically you'll notice that there is an item on the spoiler sheet that is not in your box. This is due to the quality of the product delivered not being up to our standards of the box we wanted to send you. To make sure there were no further delays. So basically, one of the items didn't look great, and so they didn't send it. So they threw in some extra little bonuses in certain people's boxes. I believe this is one of the bonuses that came. And it is taped up very, very well. It's definitely hard to do this because the camera is kind of backwards. So, so basically, it is a film cell thing. So at least I got Popeye. The one that I saw was a character that I didn't really know. So it is a really thick paper, and this is 226 out of 500. So that's pretty cool. I'm not sure what I would actually do with it, but I don't really have a spot to display it. So very nice, Rob. Jay, what's going on, buddy? So I also do not see a pin in here. And I know that I'm supposed to be getting a pin, so maybe it is. Nope, it is not. So this is the print, which I thought was pretty cool. It's hard to show the thing here. So definitely really cool. I'm a big fan of the Flash. You can kind of see I got some. I got to go backwards. Here, right here, Flash. Like I said, it's backwards. It's really messing with my head. And then the autograph in this box was actually on a mask. Oh, and look, there's my pin. It fell out of the mask. So we have got, I'm going to take it out of this plastic so you can actually see it. Oh, yeah, Jay, the new Tiny Ghosts. There's backwards. There's one here, and the other one is further down right here. So, and this one actually has Reese O'Brien's autograph. So, spoilers if you haven't watched the video yet. I was very excited when I did that video. So, and then so the pin is Abraham Lincoln, and the deal with the Abraham Lincoln is it's actually the Abraham Lincoln from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So they did some Bill and Ted pins a while back. I was lucky enough to have someone send me the whole set. And so now I want to get the set of the three of these guys to go with it. So this is the common one. I didn't get any upgrades or anything like that. So, and I'll show you what the other ones are here in just a second. And so basically the main and final item in here is a signed Batman mask. So yeah, I don't do Batman well. So this is actually signed by one of the voice actors who did Batman, and I want to say it was a bunch of TV, video games. One of them being Arkham, the Arkham series, which is probably one of my favorite Batman games. I played all through all those. They did so well. So it is really cool. Since I was a big fan of that game, to actually have his autograph on a mask. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet. Somewhere around here, I'll have to figure out a place to put it, because I got most of my BAM stuff is all the stuff you see back here, and it goes all the way down the wall over here is all BAM box autographs, pretty much, except for like two. So, and then the spoiler card here kind of gives you an idea. You could have got the reverse Flash, which would have been really cool. And then these are the three pins, the Napoleon, Abe, and I can't remember. But you could have also gotten a Rambo headband. So I'm not sure what the item was. It might have been the Rambo headband you didn't get in the box. So I believe next month might have a pop, but I can't remember. So Brian, what's going on, buddy? But yeah, so that was the Bandbox, and then yeah, so getting to go do the Funko thing today was pretty cool. I don't know if you guys know who Rob Schwartz is, but he was the one that I was kind of in contact with. He was one of the co-founders, kind of, and he worked at Funko when it was a t-shirt factory, and he pretty passionate about Funko and where it's gone, but he's really kind of quiet, and he's such a really cool guy. It was really fun to talk to him and hear some of the stories and stuff. So, but yeah, it was really cool. Like I said, if you follow me on Instagram, I will post some pictures of me there. There was a few friends that were there too. So, but really, really cool. Chat on Instagram about Funko Pops. You're awesome, man. Oh, thank you, Brian. Yeah, I liked it. I talked to, there's actually a few people in this chat right now that I talk to quite often. And I love talking about Pops. Obviously, I've got a channel about it. I've got them surrounding me in this room. So, yes, Jay, I did get the drop today. I had to order it because it sold out at HQ. I was hoping to get one when I went there later today, but they were all gone. So I was unable to get one there. I did see one. My buddy had one. It looks a lot better in person than the pictures, and the box is really, really cool. Use the Schwartz. That is correct. Love Spaceballs. Yeah. At this point, Pop's pretty much our life for me. I mean, they're everywhere. I've got them. I live in a 2-story house. So the top story is where my nerd room or whatever you want to call it is. And the downstairs is where it's nice and decorated. Looks more like a regular house. Then when you get upstairs, it's like craziness. And my son's closet, daughter's closet is full of different stuff. Oh no, Jay, you missed it. Like I said, they sold out, but you never know with something like that. They may drop some at HQ. I'll keep my eyes open for you. So, hello, God the best. Right now, according to the Funko app, which I don't know how accurate it really is these days, is my Tony the Tiger flocked, and then my Emerald Green Batman. So those are sitting pretty close to each other right now. But I've got a lot. Oh no. Dang, that sucks. Yes, Rob, my toy room is nerdy pleasures. Uh, yeah, I've gone back and forth on what to actually call it because man cave doesn't really fit because it's actually kind of a living room type area in the upstairs, so it's kind of connected to everything. So I don't man cave doesn't fit. Game room kind of there is a couple games in here, but someone that I talked to in Australia actually called hers a nerd room, and so I was like, oh, that's perfect. Like that's exactly what it is. That's kind of what I've been sticking with is nerd room. So that seems to fit it best. So toy cave, yeah. That see with me, it's because it's not I like the man cave and toy cave and all that stuff. It's not really a cave because it's in the middle of everything. So I would love to have a basement actually, where it's just you walk down the stairs and everything's there. And where it is now, it's a huge room, lots of space to put stuff, but I like it to look nice because we all have to walk through it every day. So collector's cave sounds cool too. Northwest Gamer, do you collect VHS? I've started to collect some recently. like core horror. You can find them cheap. I don't really collect them, but I do have some old VHSs of some of my favorite movies growing up. I'm going to show my age here. Some of you guys may know this, some of you not. There's a place called Blockbuster. You guys probably know it from Captain Marvel, but when that place was actually shutting down, they were selling off all their VHS tapes. And so I went in there and I bought a couple of my favorite movies as a kid. If you know, I know no one's probably gonna know what this is. There's a movie called Rad, and it is a BMX bike movie, and it is the cheesiest, horrible movie ever. But when I was a kid, I loved BMX bikes, and so that movie was just so cool to me. And it's never been released on DVD. It's, like I said, really, really cheesy 80s movie. And so I bought that on VHS, and then Monster Squad, which Monster Squad has now has come out on DVD and Blu-ray and all that stuff. So I've got it in like 3 different formats because that was one of my movies I loved watching growing up. Ian, Wrestling King, hello. Yeah, Jay, you've got a lot of stuff though. You got a lot of cool like sports stuff that's really cool. So yeah, I've got I've got a lot of wrestling stuff because of my wrestling boxes and a lot of autographs from wrestlers. I met a few wrestlers and stuff like that. I've never been huge into most sports except for football, and it's really only the Seahawks. And I don't really follow them close enough to tell you exactly what the stats are, like some of my friends are. So. Oh, you managed a video store? I worked with a guy who used to own a video store, and he would tell us all the time. And his last name was Loose, and it was called the Loose Caboose. And yeah, he said that in his basement he had like hundreds, if not thousands, of VHS tapes that he couldn't get rid of. Oh, you bought some new pops? I haven't got too many new ones, except for the ones I showed you. And oh, there's something I didn't show you that I did pick up, and I think Jay is gonna like this one. I saw this at HQ yesterday, actually. So it is the Sleestack Pez. I was actually really hoping that they came out with this in a glow in the dark, and so we will see. But I saw that. I definitely had to snag up that one. They've been dropping a lot of the newer Pez and some of the newer lines and stuff. They had a bunch of the big and that kind of stuff there. The other one that I grabbed, which this was actually an older one that I picked up because I was kind of getting out of the fantastic or spastic plastic, however you want to call it, and so I got rid of a version of this, and I wish I hadn't because I haven't been able to really see that one for cheap anymore. But it is the Ham, and this is a Summer Con exclusive. I had the green Sam, and so this is just the regular one. So I went and picked it up just to have one in the collection. So that was also one of the things I picked up from HQ. The Pez wall is a little crazy. I need to I need to rearrange some things and add some of the Pez pegs that I 3D printed and kind of consolidate it. I did get the Peter Pez pop from Toy Tokyo, and so I kind of put that up there with the Pez. I don't know if I posted a picture of that, but I do have some that are just kind of sitting there waiting to be added to the wall. So I need to rearrange it a little bit. I tried to get the Haunted Mansion pops. I was unsuccessful. I wanted to get the 3-pack and the 10-inch, but by the time I got off work, because I've been working 10s, they were gone everywhere. And the way they dropped them online, it kind of was, they said they were going to do it one day, but they did it early, so I wasn't ready for it. I did find some of the Hot Topic exclusive minis that were glow in the dark, and I picked those up for a buddy of mine, Chris. I love glow in the dark stuff, but I'm not really getting into the minis, and I knew that he's as bad with glow in the dark, maybe even worse. I mean, he's got more glow in the dark than I do, and so I knew that he would definitely want them. So, but I am gonna try and get my hands on the Chrome 3-pack and the 10-inch because I just think that 10-inch looks really cool. It would have been a million times better if they had made it glow in the dark. Because yeah. Did any of you guys go for the Funko mystery box? I do not do mystery boxes. I did. I picked this one up just for the small chance of getting that genie, Freddy. Oh, David, you shouted out. That's cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's it's interesting with all the people I talk to from all over the world. Like the tiny ghosts I got. If you watch that video, uh, I got them from someone from Singapore. Like they came to Funko HQ, and so we met up, and I was able to get them from her. So and if you saw the video, I got some bonuses that was not expected and made it that much better. Yeah, Jay, I remember we were talking about that. I'm still down with that deal too. If I get one and you get a genie, yeah. So do an unboxing video for. I will do an unboxing video for sure. That will probably be the only mystery box I ever do, and if it's a complete flop, I definitely will never do one again. Nope, saving for NYC. I got some friends going to NYC. Unfortunately, that's just too far for me right now. I would like to go just for a chance at some of the fig pins, and there's a couple of the Funko Pops from there that I wouldn't mind getting, but I think I can get them all shared except for the Chrome Batman. I don't think I'll be able to get that one. Brandon Wilson, thank you very much. Go Hawks. Brian Hill, I haven't in a while, but I am setting something up. I need to do one. I'm almost to 1,500 subscribers. I think I'm going to do something when I hit 1,500. Uh, I've got some stuff lying around that I could definitely part with for a giveaway, and some of my 3D printing stuff. I could 3D print some new stuff. So, oh Jay, can you say Teletubbies? Yes, I can, and that's what I've been telling everybody is I'm going to get the Teletubbies. So the big thing around here, being close to Funko HQ, is that the Teletubbies are still on the shelves. They have been on the shelves since they came out, and they are not selling. And the other thing that just recently came out is the Sprinkle Spastic Plastics, Fantastic Plastics, however you want to say it. Those are still up, but I actually didn't get those, so I wouldn't be totally mad if I got those. But the Teletubbies would, yeah. Um, I don't know if you've seen any of those videos where people destroy pops. I don't think I could, but that's the first thing that comes to mind when I just, oh man, I do not want those. Have won Andy's first giveaway. Yes, Rob, you did. That was pretty cool. Putting that together. I kind of like that though, getting that, like asking the questions what you guys like, so then I can kind of put together a fun box. Being over here with HQ, is there some stuff that I can get here that a lot of people can't get? So when I do giveaways and stuff like that, I try to get stuff from HQ that's more exclusive to HQ. That way, it's a little more fun for you guys. So when I do my next giveaway, there will definitely be some HQ exclusives. I'll probably do it soon too because I haven't done one in a while. and I've just been so busy with everything, and with the surgery on my shoulder and stuff, it kind of slowed everything down a little bit. So, Matt, is your wife cool? Is your wife cool with you buying Funko Pops? Yes and no. She knows that it makes me happy, and as long as it doesn't affect the bills, and I get a little bit of money that I can spend, and that's kind of what I'll save it up if I need to, if there's something big I want to get. Uh, and plus, I've been working a lot of overtime, so that helps quite a bit. She's never tried to get me to stop. When we moved out of our apartment and moved into the house, she did realize how big the collection had gotten, because our apartment was really small, and it was a 3-bedroom apartment with like one walk-in closet in my son's room, and she didn't realize how full I had made that closet until we moved, and she really saw how bad it was. But then once we got here, I had so much more room that it kind of got a lot worse. Jay, you're okay with the Teletubbies or the sprinkled ice cream guys, Basic Plastic? I don't even know what they're called. David, I was wondering, do you watch claw machine videos? Funny enough, when I started on YouTube, I was just watching all kinds of crazy videos, and I have watched a few of those. Uh, I don't know why. Like, I just sometimes you just get hooked on a certain thing, and I watched a bunch of them. I tend to stick more towards the Funko stuff now, and a lot of DIY and uh, like 3D printing stuff, because I do a lot of 3D printing. And one of my favorite channels to watch is the King of Random, and that's kind of where I get a lot of my ideas for stuff I do, and or stuff I want to do, and stuff I've wanted to try. And then the 3D printing nerd, who's actually based here, kind of in the Seattle area, like I am. So, what is the one pop that you want to get for your collection? Um, so probably my top grails right now that I would love to own is probably the glow in the dark. So there's two that are really close: the glow in the dark White Ranger and the glow in the dark Skeletor. I do have an original Skeletor and He-Man, but being a glow in the dark fan, I've always wanted to have those two. Um, so those are kind of my top grails as far as stuff that I'd really like to have. Uh, Jay, how many pops do you have in your collection? I don't think it's quite 1,500 yet, but it's pretty close. It might. Every time I go on there, I'll like surf through, and I will find pops I have that I haven't put on there that are like really old that I don't know why they're not on there. I think when everything transferred over, so I probably have around that amount. Oh, so you're cool with the sprinkles too, Jay? Yeah. Yeah, I'd be okay with the sprinkles. David, I watch Arcade Matt. I don't know what the names of the I just I think one of the guys, he actually owns an arcade or something like that, and he does the claw machines there, and so he'll do stuff on that. But I haven't watched one in a while. Northwest Gamer, I got my Grail for my birthday this year, the 480 piece Glow Frankenstein Jr. pop from Hanna Barbera. It's an amazing glow. Yeah, those a lot of the older ones. So my thing with the glow is, if the pop is made out of a glow material, it is so cool looking. But some of the ones that are just painted with the glow paint, they don't quite do as well. So, but all glow is good in my eyes. I mean, my 3D printing is glow. Yeah. So, but yeah, they're I mean, as you guys can see, I've got this. I need to actually set up another one. I'm gonna do something with the tiny ghosts. I gotta find a better way to display them now that I have more than fit on that shelf right there. So I've got some plans and some ideas. Did you pick up the Uncle Fester and Dracula? I didn't actually see those. So I saw the Uncle Fester at HQ, Funko HQ, but every box was actually more damaged than when I would find boxes at Walgreens. So I was going to pick it up, but uh, because they were so damaged, I didn't. And then I have not seen the Dracula. The Banana Splits Wacky Wobblers. Um, so the Wacky Wobblers, I know that Jay's been getting into Wacky Wobblers, and I've been watching a lot of his unboxings. And there's a couple collectors around here that had a few. Back a while ago, we had some like trading event around here, and someone brought a bunch of the Simpsons Wacky Wobblers and stuff. And I almost traded for the glow in the dark. It's like a radioactive Homer or something like that. Those glow in the dark. I almost traded for it, but I was like, I don't want to get into anything else. I've already got other weird random glow things all over. So they do not have Wacky Wobblers at HQ. I have not. I haven't even really seen any around this area that are for sale, aside from a couple antique shops, and they were all kind of pretty. Nothing special, nothing too crazy. Northwest Game Hunter. I have a lot of serial Wacky Wobblers, plus some old original Spastic Plastics. They are great Funko history pieces. Yeah, exact. And speaking of the original Spastic Plastics, is Rob Schwartz was the guy that we met today at HQ, and he was one of the ones that worked on a lot of those. So he did tell us kind of some of the stories and stuff like that, and uh, he is really passionate about the company and all that stuff. So it was really cool to hear him talk about that stuff. It was really cool experience for a Funko collector. It actually kind of made us all really respect what they were doing a little more, and how the company came up and all that stuff. So the David, you have the Twilight Sparkle Funko Pop. My daughter has some of those, and I mean, they look really cool. The glow in the dark ones they got some good glow. I don't own them, but I have seen them, and I think my daughter has one. So they're not really into the pops as much as I am. They each have a few, but they kind of stay away from them. They kind of think I'm I'm a nerd, but it's in my name, so see them bring back Wacky Wobblers. Yeah, they are getting a lot more popular. A lot of the people that I'm talking to now, because Funko is doing a lot more releases and a lot more of that stuff, they're kind of looking more at the older stuff, and so they are looking a little more into and they're not, like super expensive for a lot of them. I know Jay collects them, and he's picked up a few off of Macari and that kind of stuff. And I've got some friends, we were talking about it tonight, and uh, yeah, he was talking about how he wants to kind of get into some of those now. So it seems like they're kind of gaining in popularity. So with Next to Dracula, cool. I I actually haven't been to a Walgreens around here because um, none of the ones around here ever tend to have anything. All the Walgreens exclusives that I have picked up have actually been at HQ, because they just, if I do find them here, they are just destroy. I mean, the boxes are bad. And uh, the first real major Funko pop hunt that I had was for the original, like four Spider-Man. Like there was the black suit and um, Venom. oh, there's four, but I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But Venom and Spider-Man were the ones I was really going for. So the 2099, I think. But that was my first major hunt. And when I finally found them, I saw that the way they ship them is just they throw all of them in a tote. They're not in any kind of box. They're just in a tote. So whatever's splashing around in that tote is what crushes them, pops pretty good. So yeah, the old Funko stuff does indeed get bought really fast when it goes up. Yeah, you've got to be on if you're really trying to get into that older stuff. You've got to be on it. Punisher, yes, that is right, Larry, the Punisher, and that was like the bottom of those four that I wanted, and I think that's the first one I found. But it was like I said, my first major hunt where I probably hit like 4 or 5 Walgreens a day, or every other day, trying to find them because I wanted that Venom. Because I mean, if you guys watch my channel, you know that Venom is like one of my favorite characters. So yeah, that's when you got serious too, Larry. I think that's kind of when I did too. And yeah, that feeling of finally finding the Venom was kind of what just sent me over the edge. It was just like, oh yeah, there it is. And then it was just that I just kept finding more and more and more that I liked. So it was definitely a love hate relationship once I started getting into them. So I just couldn't stop. And at the time, like I said, I was in a really small apartment, so I only had a few, and it was actually in my bedroom with my wife, and they were on my dresser, and she just saw them. Just so, and I was still doing kind of the displaying like I do now with like the out of box stuff and all that, and it was kind of both, little both. David, the Captain Crunch Funko, yeah, I got into the ad icons. So I've got a few. I got both the Captain Crunches and the Glow in the Dark Cosmic Crunch is definitely one of my favorites. The Glow is really good. It unfortunately is too tall to fit in the Glow box. So I wanted to put him in there, but he's too tall. He won't fit. Northwest hunting for the Grady twins. Um, yeah, I hit a few and I just had no luck. And then I was able to find. They released a bunch of the commons, the non-chase versions at HQ, and so I was able to get one there. And then a buddy of mine, him and his wife found a chase set, but it was just the box was destroyed, and I just was like, you know what, I'll take it. And my plan was to do like a sticker swap and put them in the better box, but I just never have. I just left it as is. Yeah, sometimes so the Target ones have been, I mean, it's sometimes they just have an abundance and sometimes they have like hardly any. Uh I forget what the name, it's the Czar Batman or whatever it was. That was so fast and it sold so quick, and like we didn't even know there was no release date. It just showed up in stores one day and I think each store got like 5 and they were gone. I did eventually trade for it later, a little beat up box, but I just wanted it in the collection. I didn't really care about the box at that point. But yeah, it definitely persistence does pay off. You know, you keep digging at it, and eventually you'll normally sometimes find what you're looking for. So, um, yeah, with the HQ here, there has been a little bit more stuff that I found, more chases and things like that. But with how common chases are these days, it's when you find the rare one, the horror chases and that kind of stuff. That's when it still gives you that feeling of finding something really cool. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think that's about everything that I've picked up and everything that I've got. I know your stuff would sell out, but weeks later. Oh, yeah, the 1996 or 2006. Holy cow! The 2016 era Funko Hunt. Yeah, when I first started, it was a lot different, and there wasn't very many people in this area. You could still find some stuff out there that you were looking for, and now it's you have to pretty much go at opening if you want to get any of the harder to find items. So I've made some good connections through the Funko community and through Facebook and that kind of stuff, and my Instagram. So I've been lucky enough to help people and get help. So that's one of the cool things about this community is the people that are out there to help and trade and that kind of stuff. So I know that I've done some trades with a couple people in the chat. One I know for sure. Um, so and I actually forgot to pick up a couple Pez for Jay. I did see them tonight, but there was so much going on that I should be able to get those for you next week. I won't be able to go there tomorrow because I got something going on, or Sunday actually. I probably get them pick up Sunday, but they restocked the Christmas Pez that we had talked about. Are there swaps in the Seattle area? Yeah, there are. There's one that happens once a month at I forget what the comic book store is, but I've never been to that one. But it's pretty popular, and there's a lot of people that go. And yeah, the only swaps I've really been to is sometimes there'll be like a Funko event at HQ, and people will just bring a tote of pops, and they just kind of swap them while they're in line. Comic Dungeon. There you go. Yes, that is correct. The Comic Dungeon. I know one of the guys that works there, and he's always telling me about it. And I always say I'm going to go, and then something always comes up the weekend they do it. And so one of these days I will go. I do have some stuff that I could bring with me, but more than anything, just to go see. And like I said, I love talking, like waiting in line at HQ and waiting in line at different stores and talking to all the pop collectors and stuff. It's really fun. Like I really enjoy just talking. Obviously, I like talking about pops. I do it on the internet. So yes, Jay, I know. Like I said, I was going to grab them, but with everything going on, I was just stuck in the moment. And yeah, I don't know if you saw what I showed that I got at HQ. From it's Liz is the manager at HQ, and so a few of us got a kind of a backstage tour of the lounge area, and she gave us all some of the colored. I don't know if they're I guess she called them a proto, but it's more of just like they're just colored pops that are in these big tubes at HQ, and people are always asking for them, and they don't actually give them out. So it was really cool. Oh, the Instagram is not in my about page. I should probably add that. I thought I did. It is just nerdsmithing at nerdsmithing. So, but yeah, I within the last. It's been a little while, but I got a new camera. I guess it's not really new because I've had it for a while, but I do a lot of up close shots of a lot of the pops I get. A lot of people won't take them out of box, and so they don't get to see some of the stuff that's like on the back of the pop and all that stuff. So I do a lot of up close pictures of some of the newer stuff. Jay, if you take a trip up to HQ, give me a shout and I will show you around. There's also a really cool comic book shop, like a block down from HQ, that I frequent all the time. Talk to the manager there. We will chat comics and toys all day if we could. Yes, Rob. FB fam. Yep. the Trady twins. Nice. Yeah. One of my favorites. I'm doing it backwards here. Right there. That is as far as that line, that is my grail for that line. And thanks to Rob, I was able to add it to the collection. So yeah, the lounge area is really cool. So when we first went down there, the first thing that Rob Schwartz said to us was when Prince passed away, we got his furniture, and I didn't realize he was joking at first, and so I was like, "Holy crap, this is Prince's furniture!" And he's like, "No, I'm just joking." I was just like, I felt like an idiot, but it is like everything is purple, and yeah, like I said, I'll post some pictures. They said we could post the pictures we took, so I will post some of the pictures on Instagram later tonight after I get off this stream, which I'll probably get off here in a few minutes. We'll call it an hour, so about 9 minutes. But it was fun, and because all of us that went go to HQ quite frequently, all the employees there know who we are, so it wasn't like a big like who are these guys. When Liz came over and saw who it was that Rob was bringing, she was like, "Oh, I know these guys. I'm not worried about these guys because we're there all. I mean, we're there all the time." So I've talked to all the employees there at some point about something. So I will say that one of the weirdest things is when people recognize me at HQ, because sometimes they will be like, I'll feel like I'm being watched, and I'll look, and someone will be like looking at me and just kind of give me that weird look, and then all of a sudden they'll come up after a little while and, "Hey, do you do YouTube?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Are you nerdsmithing?" "Yeah." So it's a really weird thing that people actually like recognize me when I go out to places. But I mean, most of the people in there do the same thing I do, watch YouTube and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I know that I forget, there was one kind of one of the bigger YouTubers that was here, and he was here for I mean, he went to HQ like every day, and then he went to one of the baseball games, and like everybody was talking to him, and he was with his mom, and he's kind of young. I can't Top Pops. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, Top Pops. I couldn't remember. I started watching him when I first started watching the YouTube stuff, but I didn't follow him like really closely. But yeah, he was like, everybody was going up and getting pictures and autographs and stuff, and I was just like, I'm cool with the little amount that I have, because just the few times it happens to me, it's such a weird feeling. I could not imagine being like people coming up like massively wanting to talk to you and get your autograph and pictures and all that stuff. I don't have an autograph, so I wouldn't want to I wouldn't want to sign anything anyways. Oh, you saw me at one of the Everett games. um, the first few games, I actually bought like seats and stuff, and I never ended up using them. So I made sure to just get general admission, because I ended up just a lot of us just will talk and bounce around, and there's always it's a pretty close community of Funko collectors, and so we know everybody, and so you always got to say hi, and by the time you're actually done, you're ready to leave. So yeah, I was gonna go up and say hi, but like I said, he was just there were so many people talking to him and stuff, and I was just like, yeah, um, I wanted him to enjoy his experience there at the game and stuff. So, uh, but yeah, there was one of the younger kids in the group I was in wanted to go talk to him, and he was like being really shy about it, and so I told him I'd go take him over there and talk to him, but he was like, no, no. Oh, you got a gold Webley. Yeah, that is the one Webley I did not get. I was surprised at how they were handing them out. Is it was actually really cool that a lot of them went out. I saw a ton of them. I was able to take some pictures. One of the kids that was in our group got one. Actually, one of the guys in our group got it and gave it to the kid. And so it was pretty cool. I was surprised at how many were out there. So I would have liked to have gotten one, but I got all the other ones. My favorite was actually the Conquistador Webley. I think that one is just so cool. Oh, computer's freaking out. I am on the Funko Fanatics forum. I'm really bad about posting on there. The older format of the forum is it's hard for me to weed through, and I got on there kind of heavy. I am a member of the Funko Fiends in this area. I actually started when HQ grand opening. I met all of the like Scott, the guy that kind of one of the founding people to it, and so I've been on there talking to a few of them and stuff. But uh, the system is I need to force myself to post more on there, but I just have not done it. Yes, I did get the drop today. I had to order it though because I knew that it was going to sell out before I got over there, and I was right because I went over there right after work and it was gone. Uh, it was weird how they did it. I missed that one. Which one? Yeah, the Funko Forum thing is just it's hard to go through. But I think that is about it for the stream. I think I've wasted enough of your guys' time. Thank you everyone for watching. If there's any last minute questions or anything, I am willing to answer. When did I start collecting Funko Pops? It's been 4 or 5 years. Um, my first pop was the Joker Batman from Loot Crate. My wife likes to say that if I had started collecting when she was telling me about pops, which was a few years before that, I would have had some of the grails that I want now that were like common back then. And I remind her that if I started back then, my collection would probably be twice the size it is now. So, but I think that is it for the night. I hope you guys have a great Friday night. And yeah, I'm going to try and do some more live streams. I don't know about being an hour long live stream, but probably some more bouncing here and there. So thank you everyone for stopping in, chatting, saying hi. And I will see you on the next video, which is probably going to be tomorrow. No, Sunday, because tomorrow I've got some stuff going on. So thanks everyone. And as always, stay awesome, people.